Good morning, class. Today, we talk about something you've lived with your entire life. Something so deeply embedded in our society that you've likely never questioned it. Salary. It feels normal. It feels safe. It feels fair. But I want to challenge that, because today, I'm going to show you that salary was never designed to make you wealthy. In fact, it was built to do the opposite, to keep you in line. Let's rewind. The 19th century. Before jobs as we know them existed, people were artisans, farmers, merchants. You sold what you made, you kept what you earned. Then came the Industrial Revolution. Factories needed labor, mass labor. But humans are unpredictable. So companies created something predictable, the monthly wage, and thus, salary was born. A clean, simple promise. Trade me your time, and I'll give you stability. Sounds fair, right? But over time, this fair exchange became a financial prison. Here's why. When you earn a salary, here's what happens. In sequence, the government taxes you before you even touch the money. You spend your income on liabilities, rent, loans, gadgets. You save a fraction in banks that barely beat inflation. You think you're doing well, but in reality, you're barely holding ground. Let's do some math. If inflation is 6% a year, and your salary grows at 4 to 5% a year, if you're lucky, you're not getting richer, you're just getting better at surviving. Now let's go deeper. Why is it that the people who earn the most aren't always the richest? Because income does not equal wealth. Wealth is what you keep, what you invest, what grows while you sleep. And here's the kicker. Salaries are linear. Wealth is exponential. Let that sink in. We were told, get a good job, climb the ladder, work hard, and you'll be fine. But they never said that corporate ladders come with ceilings, that job security is an illusion, that markets evolve faster than your promotions. And now, the world has changed. We've moved into an age where AI replaces analysts, algorithms replace advisors, automation replaces assistants. Yet the salary mindset, still stuck in 1982. If you're earning all your income from a job in 2025, you're not safe. You're fragile. And the worst part, the system isn't broken. It's working exactly as it was designed. So here's the truth. Salary was created to make you stable, but it was never meant to make you free. That requires something else. In the next chapter, I'll take you deeper into the silent killers draining middle-class wealth every single day, even in good jobs. Let's continue. Welcome back, class. If Chapter 1 revealed that salary was never meant to set you free, then Chapter 2 will explain why most people never escape. Not because they're lazy, not because they don't earn enough, but because of what I call the silent killers. These aren't dramatic events. They don't make headlines. But over years, sometimes decades, they erase wealth before you ever get to build it. Let's explore the three biggest ones. Killer 1. Inflation. The invisible thief. You don't see it. You don't feel it immediately. But every single year, it eats your money from the inside out. What could $10,000 or $100 buy you 10 years ago? Now, half as much? Maybe less? Inflation is a tax on those who don't invest. Governments print money. Prices rise. Salaries chase behind. Average annual inflation over the last 2 decades has ranged between 4 and 6%. But does your salary grow 6% every year? Do your savings beat that rate? If not, you're not growing. You're quietly shrinking. Killer 2. Taxes and liabilities. Silent chains. When you earn a salary, your income is taxed before it even reaches you. Meanwhile, the wealthy, they pay lower taxes on investments, real estate, business income. Now add debt. The average middle-class person takes a loan to buy a depreciating car, pays EMIs on a home that doesn't cash flow, uses credit cards to keep up appearances. These aren't wealth builders, they're wealth consumers. Owning a home is not freedom if it locks you into a 30-year burden with no passive return. Owning a car is not progress if it depreciates 20% annually and costs you fuel, maintenance, and peace of mind. Killer 3, mental programming, the inherited poverty code. Perhaps the most dangerous killer of all, your own belief system. You've been told a stable job is the best path, is a good investment. If you just work hard, success will come. If those beliefs were true, wouldn't your parents already be wealthy? Wouldn't your neighbors be retired at 40? But they're not, because they were following a script written for a world that no longer exists. We now live in a world of AI-driven job loss, skill obsolescence every 5 years, currency devaluation, digital business models. Yet most people are still operating with a 1990s mindset in a Web3 economy. Summary. So here's where we are. Inflation shrinks your money in silence. Taxes and liabilities cut you before you begin. And mental programming keeps you obedient and scared. The middle class is not broke because they don't earn. They're broke because they're bleeding slowly every day without even realizing it. And that's how the system works. Not with force, but with friction. Every time you try to move ahead, it pulls you back. Unless you build a new system. And that's what we'll start doing in Chapter 3, when we explore the new economy of wealth that's already replacing everything you've been taught. Welcome back, class. So far, we've dismantled the illusion. We've exposed the salary system, the silent killers, the programming you were born into. Now let's step into the future. Because while most people are stuck in a broken game, a new game is already being played by creators, coders, investors, entrepreneurs, even teenagers. I call it the new money system. And no, this isn't crypto hype or TikTok side hustle fantasy. This is the most important shift in wealth creation since the birth of capitalism. The old money loop versus the new money loop. The old loop looks like this. Go to school, get a job, earn salary, pay taxes, pay bills, save what's left, repeat. You trade time for money, forever. Now, the new loop. Learn high-leverage skills, create value, product, service, or audience. Earn online or passively. Reinvest profits. Build digital or asset-based income. Let money work for you. Repeat. In this loop, money becomes your employee, not the other way around. The 4 pillars of the new money system. Leverage, do more with less. 1 laptop, 1 person, 1 idea can reach millions. The rich don't work harder. They work with more leverage. Ownership. The old model, you owned nothing. You rented your time. In the new model, you own equity, IP, audiences, assets. Ownership equals wealth. Asymmetry. Most people earn 1 unit of money for 1 unit of effort. The wealthy seek asymmetric returns. 1 blog post that pays for years. 1 decision that multiplies upside. Multiplicity. We no longer live in a 1-career life. The wealthy build ecosystems, multiple streams, multiple skills, multiple assets, real-world examples. A coder in the Philippines builds an open-source tool and earns $10K a month. A podcast host in India builds a following and earns 20 lakhs a month. A teacher in Nigeria writes on Medium and Substack and earns $5K a month. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't need an MBA. They used tools of the new system. Closing thought. Just like an old PC can't run modern software, your old beliefs about money won't work in the new economy. You need a new mindset, a new skill set, a new wealth operating system. In the next chapter, I'll show you how to identify and install the assets of the future, so you can finally start building true, unshakable wealth. Welcome back, explorers of the new wealth paradigm. In the last chapter, we introduced the new money system, a framework where you own your time, apply leverage, and escape the salary trap. But now, let's get practical. Let's talk about assets. Because in the new game, the winner is the one who builds the most income-generating assets, not the one with the fanciest degree or the busiest schedule. What is an asset, really? An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket without your direct involvement or gains value over time. If it drains you monthly, it's a liability. If it pays you monthly, it's an asset. The 7 future-proof asset classes. 1. Digital real estate. Blogs, YouTube channels, niche communities. 2. Intellectual property. Ebooks, online courses, SaaS, automation tools. 3. Audience capital. Your followers, subscribers, community. 4. Equities, index funds, factor investing, asymmetric plays. 5. Crypto assets, Bitcoin, Ethereum, DeFi, tokenized IP. 6. Real assets, farmland, renewable energy, gold, strategic metals. 7. Business ownership, service businesses, e-commerce, AI tools. Which one do you start with? Start with what you can. If you code, build tools. If you write, start a Substack. If you speak, launch a YouTube. If you teach, create a course. Then reinvest the returns into other assets. This is how the new rich build portfolios. Cash flow, assets, freedom, impact, closing thought. The future belongs to those who own value-producing assets, not job titles, not flashy stuff, not bank balances, but assets. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to turn your income into a weapon for freedom. Not just earning more, but allocating it like the rich do. Welcome back. You've now seen the battlefield and the tools of the new financial age. But here's where most people get stuck. They don't know what to do with their income. They earn, they spend, maybe they save a bit, but they never allocate. And wealth is built through allocation, not just accumulation. What is allocation? It's simply this: dividing every unit of income intentionally across categories that grow you, not just please you. The 5-bucket allocation system. 1. Survival bucket. Essentials like rent, food, transport, health. 2. Asset builder bucket. Index funds, stocks, crypto, real estate, business equity. 3. Skill growth bucket. Courses, books, mentorship, conferences, tools. 4. Cash flow creation bucket. Side hustles, YouTube, ads, freelancers. 5. Joy, play, and contribution. Travel, family, celebrations, donations. So now you see it. Salary was never the plan. It was the trap. But now you know the why, the systems, the killers, the beliefs that hold most people back. You've just crossed a threshold most never do. You're not in survival anymore. You're in strategy. And what comes next? That's where everything changes. Because in part 2 of this series, I'll show you how to build your wealth engine, install the new mindset of the rich, and unlock the global investment blueprint that will carry you into 2025 and beyond. This isn't motivation. This is transformation, step by step. So make sure you're subscribed. Turn on the bell so you don't miss what's coming. And if you found value here, share this with someone who needs to break free from the salary lie, because this is just the beginning. Next up, Escape the Matrix, Part 2, The Wealth System Replacing Salary. It will shake you, it will guide you, it will prepare you. See you there.